if you guys are trying to cut body fat and honor God with your body, this video is for you. Today I'm going to be covering my 5 favorite fruits that I've used the past, honestly, couple weeks to burn 1 to 2 pounds of body fat every single week. Let's get into it. All right, so if you are cutting weight and you're trying to get lean, I would say for me, my #1 absolute favorite fruit, and I could be biased, is apples. Apples are very, very good for you. They are low calorie, nutrient dense foods. They keep you full. So if you're snacking on, apples versus eating potato chips or going to the gas station eating honey buns or muffins, it's just much better for the cut, right? Also, it hydrates you very well. So like if you are dehydrated, just having fruits just makes a big, big difference. Apples are also low calorie and high fiber. And with that high fiber, that will also help the digestion whenever you're eating your apples. So apples are my go-to. I try to eat those every single day after I break my fast, which is about 2 o'clock for me daily, really depending on when I wake up. But yeah, apples are absolutely #1. I recommend apples. Doesn't matter what type, just eat the apple. #2, I would say pears. I love pears so much. One thing I realized is over the past week, whenever I break my fast or end my fast with pears, I feel so full. Why? Because when they digest, pears digest very, very slowly, just like casein protein powder. It takes time for it to travel through your bloodstream. It takes time for it to get through your stomach and for you to poop it out. So it makes sense to eat pears or anything that can digest slowly at night. So that way you're not craving food at night. You're not going hungry when you're sleeping, and you'll wake up feeling great, feeling lean. And also it flushes out so much more water weight and all the sodium you have. So you can look aesthetically pleasing in the morning. So I think pears are amazing. #3, raspberries. Oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell y'all, raspberries are so freaking good. And honestly, my homeboy put me onto raspberries. Raspberries are key for cutting. You can eat them at a volume because they have low sugar. So you can eat I'm not gonna say thousands, but 60 raspberries at once, in a salad with grilled chicken, some steak, and you will feel full. I guarantee it. You'll look good, you'll feel full. It's crazy. I really believe in what Jesus said in the Bible. He's whatever you eat or drink, do it for the glory of God. So as you're eating, guys, as y'all are cutting, do it for the glory of God. It just helps me personally. For me, I get closer to Christ as I am cutting weight, because cutting is so hard. It takes discipline for the average person to cut. I feel like I'm above average, glory to him, but I have discipline, I'm doing it. I know it's hard at times, and I realize the lower fat you have on your body, the harder it gets, truly. So if you're a bigger person, you're at 200 pounds, 225 pounds, and you're trying to cut, it is slightly easier to cut weight, and you'll burn more fat faster than people that are at a low body fat. Why? Because you're taking more energy, you're exerting a lot more energy to move because you have so much more fat than people that are at a lower body fat. It definitely makes sense from a science and physics standpoint. #4, I gotta go with blackberries. Again, blackberries are super high in fiber. You can eat them at a volume. I've had a ton of blackberries yesterday when I broke my fast. It was blackberries. I had 1 sweet potato, but specifically blackberries, they're good for digestion, just like the raspberries. I would eat them together. Y'all just have fun with this, experiment. You don't have to stick to one fruit. You could try other stuff. Try it out. Let me know if it works out for you. I know for me, apples are great. Pears are great. All of them. I can have a big fruit salad and not feel guilty about what I'm eating. And I'm also cutting for Jesus. So I feel great. I feel so good. And #5, these are my all-time favorite, man. My all-time favorite. You gotta have the blueberries. If you don't got the blueberries, y'all are missing out. Blueberries, super high in antioxidants, which means they help lessen inflammation in your stomach, in your abs, in your chest, in your arms. They help lessen the inflammation. That is so, so important, y'all. Inflammation makes you puffy. You feel swollen. You just don't look good aesthetically. You feel bad mentally. So just by having some blueberries in the mix, a couple servings, you are going to feel absolutely amazing before a workout, before getting a pump, before reading the Bible, before going to prayer school. Whatever you are doing, you're going to feel absolutely amazing. Mark my word. Hey, y'all, those are the 5 fruits that I've used over the past month. Again, if you guys see my transformation from here, this was literally last month based off now. I've cut so much fat because I'm literally incorporating all these fruits together. And I don't really eat out as often as I used to. In fact, I really cut eating out, period. The only time I would go to Waffle House, or, I love Waffle House, or somewhere a cookout, is for a cheat meal, but not a cheat day. So I realized that I stick to fruits, stick to my chicken, stick to steak, stick to all the whole foods, because you'll have a better chance of burning more fat, and you'll just feel a lot better mentally with Christ and also with yourself. The one thing I've realized is that with all these fruits and stuff, people have the opportunity, people can make the choice themselves, but people don't have the discipline when it comes down to eating very, very clean, or eating, somewhat 70% clean, 30% junk. You could do that, that's fine. I'm not saying eat super clean to get cut. I'm just saying make sure you have self-discipline. Jesus says a man that's disciplined is a man that, prospers in life. You have to stay disciplined with this stuff. If not, like, bro, you're not gonna get cut, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not perfect. Like, don't get me wrong, I mess up. I eat crazy days sometimes, like foods that are out of the ordinary that I shouldn't be eating. But like, when you are cutting, realize you're not starving yourself. You don't have to fast the entire week and like, no, don't do that, because that causes like disordered eating, all this different types of stuff. But like when you're cutting, change your paradigm and realize it means that you're not just eating for pleasure, but you're eating for fuel. Like whenever you're truly hungry, that's when you should be eating when cutting. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give anyone. A lot of us, especially here in America, are trained to just eat whatever we see. But if you're just eating for fuel and eating for your spirit, you will start to burn fat effortlessly. And that's why I feel like these two ideas with Jesus and cutting goes hand to hand. It makes sense. It goes all in one. I don't care what anybody says, this stuff works. All right, y'all, that is the end of it. So if you guys enjoyed what I put out there, the 5 fruits, you've gained some value, you've learned some stuff, you're already thinking in your head, hey man, I can really apply this in my cutting journey, comment down below what is your favorite go-to fruit for cutting, and don't forget to like and subscribe so this video can be pushed out to other Christians, other followers of Jesus that are also cutting, people that are in the gym, people that are trying to strengthen their spirit but also strengthen their physical as well. Push this video out. I would really appreciate y'all so much. And also thank y'all for the new people that have been following my journey. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, so I really appreciate it. And most of all, I'm gonna finish off with my quote of the day. It says right here, a person without self-control is like a city without broken down walls. Eating fruits shows discipline, restraint, and intention. Eat those fruits, eat how you should, eat for fuel, and you'll burn fat effortlessly. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a good day, y'all.
I'm still in my process. This is God's work, not no boss flex. Having battles at night with my old self. This is dark work. These are light reps. There's power in all of your failures and mistakes and missteps. Misguided, I learned things the hard way, but I take time to reflect. Got a big heart that I learned from